So Brooks Koepka thinks he can catch Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus in major championship wins.
Stop it. Get some help.
Welcome to StorybookGolf.com, and today we'll be looking at just how utterly ridiculous Koepka's statement is. And before we get into what he said, it's worth noting that Koepka is an excellent golfer. He's one of my favorite players to watch on tour, and I'm even comfortable calling him an all-time great. After all, the man's a four-time major champion as of 2021, which means he has more majors than all of these guys, and the smart money is on that number going up. Even though he hasn't won in his past 8 major championship appearances, he has finished top 10 in 6 of the last 8, despite his battle with knee and wrist injuries. In fact, he's finished top 10 in 60% of majors he's competed in over the past 7 years, and has more wins than anyone else during that time. And as great as Koepka is, he just doesn't come close to Tiger and Jack, which is why Koepka saying this is nothing short of hilarious when you compare his career to theirs. But first, let's take a look at exactly what Koepka's response was when he was asked if Tiger set the bar too high. Brooks says he can catch Tiger and Jack in majors if he just wins one a year for the next 14 years. And that's it, just one a year. No problem. He makes it sound easy. But one a year means he'd be winning 25% of the majors he plays over the next 14 years, which would be nearly double the current pace of 14% for double the amount of time. And please hear me, Koepka's incredible, and anyone on tour today would love to win 14% of the majors they play, except for maybe Colin Morikawa, who's won 2 of 8. But Tiger and Jack aren't just anyone, and it's delusional for Koepka to think he's gonna flip a switch and start winning majors twice as fast for twice as long a period of time. It's just not realistic. So I went ahead and made this chart to put Koepka's numbers in context with the absurd careers of Tiger and Jack. And as you can see, Brooks won his first major championship in his 14th major appearance at age 27, whereas Jack captured his first major on just his 3rd try at age 22, while Tiger, being the ridiculous human that he is, won his first major in his first professional appearance, becoming the youngest Masters champion ever at only 21 years of age. And the funniest thing about all this is not how quickly Jack and Tiger won their first majors, but that it took Brooks 14 tries just to win 1, whereas Tiger won 3 in the same number of attempts, and Jack won 4 in his first 14. As of 2021, Brooks has 29 major championship appearances in his professional career, and he's already won 4, which is the most major wins by anyone since he joined the PGA Tour in 2015, but there are levels to this. And by levels, I mean Jack won 7 in the same number of tournaments, and Tiger won 8 in his first 29 starts, which is double what Koepka was able to do. And to make matters worse, Koepka's going to be 32 next year, which actually puts him even further back, since Jack had 11 majors under his belt at 32 years of age, and Tiger had already won 14, which means Brooks, who's never even won 2 in a row, could win the next 8 consecutive majors, that's 2 Grand Slams, and still be behind Tiger's pace in number of majors and age. And Brooks' idea that he only has to win majors at a 25% clip is crazy too. Jack and Tiger couldn't even break 20%, and that's if you only count their majors from first win to last win. To put it another way, you could add any of these players' career major win totals to Koepka right now. Pretend that Koepka already won all those tournaments, and he still would be behind Tiger at age 32. Maybe if this chart was more like the actual game of golf, then we could enter some bizarro world where Koepka sweeps every category with low score. But the reality is, Koepka needed to start going lower on the course than he is on this chart about 6 years ago to catch Tiger and Jack. Who knows, maybe they'll make the Waste Management a major, but even if they did, it still wouldn't be enough. Koepka's just not close. Everything aside, I still think Koepka's an all-time great golfer. But if it wasn't obvious before, Koepka just isn't in this particular conversation. He may be able to pass people like Seve or even Mickelson, Palmer, or Hogan in majors, but not Tiger and Jack. I hope Koepka keeps that championship attitude, but maybe just don't verbalize it next time. So what do you think? How many majors does Koepka have left in him? Anyone out there think he'll catch Tiger or Jack? Let us know by leaving a comment below, and be sure to like and subscribe so you know when the next video drops. Thanks for joining us again at StorybookGolf.com.